Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's lacrosse. My name is Nick Hornburg. Alongside me, Jack Molino. Evan Oesterle will join us later in the broadcast for the Michigan women's lacrosse team's final home game of the season in a bout against Rutgers. Jack, this team largely had their way much of the season, 13-1, taking their first loss a week ago on the road against Maryland.
Yeah, not too much to worry about, though. Maryland, a very, very good team. They were number 2 in the nation at the time. Michigan 13-1, looking for its first undefeated home season in its 6th season, so forget about that game. Worry about the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, who's a pretty good team. They're 0-3 in the Big Ten, but they got some goal scorers up front, so Michigan's got to play some good defense today.
Yes, Rutgers stands at 5-8 on the season, 0-3 in conference. Laura Brantsias in her 17th season in Piscataway. Not a whole lot of surprises for the Michigan starting lineup, and on a particularly sentimental note, Mira Shane, the senior goaltender, in her last game, the native of Princeton, New Jersey, fitting that she closes out her career here in her career home games here in Ann Arbor against the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. As teams now ready to take to the field.
It definitely a sentimental moment there for the Wolverines. 11 seniors giving their all to the program all 4 years. This program, only 6 years old, they gave a lot to the program. They've turned into something else. Most wins in a season, most goals in a season, and they still have 3 games left. So this is definitely a historic season for these 11 seniors.
Yes, as you stated, Michigan standing at number 8 in the country overall, even after a fairly comprehensive loss to Maryland by a score of 14-3. Really a testament to how good Maryland's season has gone. And Hannah Nielsen has this program rolling in her 2nd season in Ann Arbor. As both teams take their position, looks like we are about to get started here. As the teams take their positions, and the opening face-off here in Ann Arbor about to take place as the head referee blows his whistle, and we are off, and it will be Michigan possession first. It will be Kane running down the left side. Kane looking for space into the attacking zone, and Kane will go straight at the net, getting it back, dumping it out behind. And now Meir on the left side. Now Meir will cut in on the net. Meir the shoot, and Michigan will take their first goal 17 seconds into the game, 1-0, Caitlin Meir.
That'll be her 23rd goal this season, 40th point. She's been great this season. Only, I believe, a sophomore. It came from Kane there, who's a sophomore too, some young talent here for the Wolverines, 1-0 early.
And Caitlin Meir, her 23rd goal on the season, her 40th point, now standing by herself at the top in points on the season for Michigan. She was tied with Adriana Fandino and Lily Grass at 39.
3 players at 39. She moves to the top there. That's a goal in 17 seconds into the game right there. That's pretty quick.
And now here comes the face-off again. Whistle about to blow, and this one, loose ball on the ground, taken away by the Scarlet Knights. That was Hartshorn, and now a battle loose ball again, but play stops, and Hartshorn will be forced to play it all the way back to Sharp. Now up to Martinelli, back to Sharp. Sharp moves central. Now slings it out to DeLulo on the right side. DeLulo forced back and going to play it all the way back to Sharp. And Sharp tries it out on the other side to Hartshorn, and Hartshorn will move down the left side. Hartshorn looking for the space and has it tipped, but ultimately recovered by Martinelli. Martinelli will lay it off. And now the attack, it will be Brooks on the left side. Now Little. Now Bud on the right side. Bud will look to cut inside. Bud ultimately forced back. Now moving out to her right. Bud. Now Hartshorn. Hartshorn looking for the space. Hartshorn forced back in the middle. Hartshorn may be able to get a shot off. And whistle blows before ball goes into the net. And it will be a turnover.
Have to look out for Bud and Slansky for the Scarlet Knights, 2 of the top scorers. They've been really good this season. Bud unable to make it into the zone there.
And now here comes Garrett running through the middle, running to the left, and now dumps it off to Melodona. And brief stoppage of play will force to take it back. And now Garrett to Pendino. Pendino flips it off to Kane on the left side. Kane back to Pendino. Pendino will center it to Garrett. Garrett will sling it all the way out on the right. And now the cut inside is Chandler Kirby. And now the shot wide, and it will go out of play. But however, Michigan will retain possession. Meir slings it out to Lillygrass behind the net. Lillygrass will cut around the net, will try to lay it off, but good defense by Rutgers. And it will fall into the stick of Halsall, the Scarlet Knights goaltender.
Grass just not enough on that center, a little short there. Scarlet Knights retain possession.
And now the attack in the middle by number 25, Dakota Pastore. And now it's Bud will lay it off to Little on the left.
They'll be patient, kind of throw it around the zone here, looking for a good look. Try to get a second shot on goal.
Yes, and Pastore has the ball in the center, getting it off to Little. That was Terelyn Neslonsky, rather. And the shot scored by Rutgers. Terelyn Neslonsky with her team-leading 35th goal.
Yeah, it was Bud and Neslonsky, two of the best scorers in that team. They kind of set a little screen, a little duo action right there. You got to watch out for that.
That was Neslonsky's 38th goal, rather. I sold her short. And the score tied up at 1-1, 27:05 left in the first half.
And Neslonsky took that all the way from the left side and wrapped around. Nice shot on goal there, just a little low for her.
And both teams will move to make a couple substitutions. As Michigan getting out first, Quinn Melodona standing in the center circle to take the face-off against Hartshorn. And the ball is set between the sticks. And whistle blows, and this one won by Michigan. And now Melodona on the charge, going straight for the net, and we'll just lay it off to Meir on the right side. Caitlin Meir coming up the wing. Now Meir will try and run all the way around the back of the net. Meir coming all the way back around before laying it off to Kane, who will then center it to Stewart. Stewart will just ultimately choose to give it back to Kirby. Kirby back to Dean Stewart. And now here comes the attack. It's Pendino flipped over grass behind the net, and the shot on goal, and another goal for Michigan, and it will be Nadine Stewart, her first of the afternoon.
Nice goal there. Nadine Stewart, that's 21st goal of the season, 20th point. Or excuse me, 26th point of the season. That was a nice pass there from behind the net. Just had to tip it in, top left. 2-1 Michigan.
And now 26-22 left in the first half. Michigan holding a lead over Rutgers 2-1.
I believe the pass came from Grass, so she'll be attributed a point for her 40th point. Nice offense there from the Wolverines to take the lead 2-1, 26-22 left here in the first.
And Hartshorn versus Daly in the middle of the field, and ball is set between the sticks. There's a brief pause in the action. And they will stop and reset. And now the whistle blows, and the ball will go up in the air, and it will be a face-off, this time won by the Wolverines.
Now, face-offs are really important because it seems like, especially women's lacrosse, where it's less of a contact sport, it's harder to retain possession or take over possession unless there's a turnover like we just saw.
And Michigan just giving the ball away. An errant pass from Madison Richardson, trying to get it out to Gabby Burns, but just a free giveaway back to the Scarlet Knights. And now Rutgers will have an opportunity to attack, but tipped away by Pendino. And Pendino stepping out of bounds, and Rutgers will put the ball back in play. And now here it is. And a brief lull in the action. Now Neslonsky lays it off to Cameron Rogers. Correction, that is Abby Brooks. And Brooks will try to move in. Brooks with the shot. Not sure if that was attempted a pass or a shot, but Mira Shane, either way, able to come over and control it. And now Michigan will have an opportunity to rush. Madison Richardson taking the ball in the middle of the park. Will run in as Michigan substitutes in number 7, Chandler Kirby once again. And now long pass out on the left side for Aaron Daly. Now it will be Pendino on the left wing. Pendino waiting for some space for a play to develop and gives it to Kirby in the center. Kirby giving it off to Molly Garrett.
Michigan gets a few substitutions in before this offensive set.
And Kane back to Garrett. Garrett in the middle looking for a passing route, and Garrett will run straight in on the net. Garrett with the shot and a goal for Molly Garrett. Michigan, they're extending their lead back out to 2, 3 goals to 1.
How about that? Her 16th goal this season. She kind of threw it, had it bounce off the ground before entering the goal. Nice play there. She's strong on the right side, and she definitely used that strength to move to the right and then shoot over her left shoulder. Michigan up 3-1 now.
And now they will reset in the center circle. 24:42 left in the first half. And it looks like it will be in the center of the park. Molly Garrett versus Maren Hartshorn for the face-off. And now ball is put in position between the sticks, and referee blows the whistle. No, a face-off violation by Garrett, and Rutgers will take the ball. And now Julia Little running into the zone, now moving across to her right, and Little forced out to the right wing by Kane. Little forced to double back, will give it off to Dakota Pastore. And now Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd just looking for space. Now it's Abby Brooks will lay it back out to Terrelyn Neslonsky. Now Pastore back out to Budd. And Budd will make the run on the goal herself. Budd, the shot saved by Shane. And now Michigan will have an opportunity to go the other way, and Mira Shane will give it off to Quinn Melodona. Melodona running up the right side will ultimately center it.
Go back to the last play. Nice save there by Shane. Anytime you can save a shot from Budd, that's big time.
And now Kane will make the run. Kane moving out to the left, now to Grass behind the net. Lily Grass will try the wraparound, and Grass the shot off the post, but picked up by Michigan. Grass now to Meir. Meir will try a run in on the corner. Meir the shot, and a second goal today for Caitlin Meir.
She holds her right leg. Looked like she got injured after the shot. Made contact with Rutgers Scarlet Knight, but nonetheless, Michigan is up 4-1. How about Grass? She's so good behind the net. She kind of caused that entire play. She had the initial miss, but she got her own rebound, giving Michigan another possession. And then Michigan taking full advantage, capitalizing on the next possession. 4-1 Wolverines.
And Caitlin Meir still hobbled, very clearly limping. Looks like she's going to walk over to the bench and take a seat for at least the time being.
As Tiger Woods rolls in a putt for a birdie.
It's, of course, an exciting weekend in sports. The start of the NBA playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs still ongoing, and as you stated, the Masters taking place over at Augusta National. And there will be a stoppage in play, 23-26 left in the first half. Michigan up 4-1. Caitlin Meir already with 2 goals. Lily Grass with 2 assists. With Molly Garrett and Nadine Stewart contributing the other 2 goals for Michigan, holding a 4-1 lead in this still young afternoon against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights in the final home game of the season.
Yeah, Michigan with 3 games left after this one. all three on the road. They'll head to Northwestern later this week to play the Wildcats up in Evanston, Illinois. But in terms of this game, looking for their 14th win of the season, an undefeated home season, first time in program history, which would be an ultimate mark, in terms of recruiting and, making a stand at one of the best teams in the Big Ten Conference.
And I suppose you should say at least 3 games left, as Michigan, two remaining regular season games at Northwestern and at Detroit Mercy. Then they will play in the Big Ten semifinals. And then depending on how that goes, they'll have an opportunity to play for the Big Ten title in Baltimore.
Giving the best team in the Big Ten Conference home field advantage, Maryland having a really good season, number 2 in the country.
As Maryland standing at 15-0 on the season, defeating the Wolverines in College Park by a score of 14-3. Quite one-sided. And now it looks like play is about ready to resume. Hartshorn stands back out in the middle of the park for Rutgers, waiting for her opponent in the face-off circle, and it looks like it will be Molly Garrett. And Caitlin Meir not out there on the grass. Looks like she will go to the bench for a little bit of time. As you said, appeared to hurt her ankle a little bit after scoring her second goal of the afternoon. Now the referee setting the ball between the sticks. Now stepping away. Whistle blows, and it will be another face-off win for Michigan. Kane running down the left side. Kane largely all alone, looking to try and center it, and now Kane going in, and whistle blows.
Michigan will win its 4th face-off of the day, making it 4-2 in the draw circle for the Wolverines.
And now teams get set. Michigan will rush the goal, and a shot and a save by Halsall.
Nice save there. Her 3rd save of the afternoon.
And now Rutgers will have an opportunity to go the other way. And a foul committed by Pendino, but they will play on. And now DeLulo gives it off to Samantha Scarpello. Scarpello moves off to her right, ultimately lays it off to Linda Zamrowski. And then center to Abby Budd. Now to Julia Little. Little trying to play the pass. Lisnowski gives it back. And now Pastore.
Have to watch Bud. She likes to go to the left.
Back to Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd will cut off to her right this time and will try and center it. Good defense there by Morgan Whitaker. And now Michigan will run the other way. Whitaker all by herself and forced to give, ultimately laying it off to Pendino. Pendino looks like about ready to attack the net, and Pendino giving some space. Now Molly Garrett. Molly Garrett now, the scoop shot from Lily Grass saved and deflected wide. And Caitlin Meir back in the game, and Kane will give it back to Garrett in the center, giving it back to Pendino. Pendino looking off to her right and laying it off to Chandler Kirby.
That would have been quite the scoop shot. She tried to pick it up quickly, throw it up before the goalie could get her eye on the ball.
And Pendino now on the left. Pendino out to Kane on the left wing. Now back to the left point is Pendino. Now Pendino will look to attack again. Pendino maybe looking for the long shot. Now Kirby the shot and tries to play a bounce shot low and wide. But Michigan will retain possession. Meir giving it off to Lily Grass. And Grass looks to wrap around the right. Meir a shot from point blank, and Caitlin Meir has a 3rd goal.
How about Grass, her 3rd assist of the day? She's, like I said, she's really good behind the net. Nice assist there. Michigan moves the score to 5-1 with 21:23 left in the first.
And both players up to 42 points on the season. Caitlin Meir, 25 goals, 17 assists. Lily Grass, 26 goals, 13 assists. Oddly enough, Michigan's leading goal scorer, Adriana Pendino, with 33, has yet to record a goal today.
Yeah, the Scarlet Knights got to do a better job. They know Grass likes to do that stuff behind the net and likes to dish it into the center. All eyes on the ball, but you got to know where the other offensive players and attackers are at all times.
And it will be Hartshorn versus Aaron Daly. And ball is set between the sticks. And referee blows the whistle, and it will be another face-off win for Michigan. And now a rush at the net. Caitlin Meir on the right wing, and will ultimately lay it off to Aaron Garvey. Garvey in the middle. Garvey, nice move. Now giving it off to Chandler Kirby. Chandler Kirby moves to her left, gives it to Pendino on the left wing. Lily Grass still parked behind the net, but Michigan still a bit of work to get there. Nadine Stewart to Meir, back to Nadine Stewart. Now Chandler Kirby gives it off to Pendino on the left wing. Michigan keeps cycling, and Pendino will cut inside. Pendino forced back ultimately, and now Pendino will move to her left. Pendino will try and play one in. Lily Grass trying to lay out for the quick shot, coming in from behind the net to Halsell's right, but
just a little high.
The entry pass, as you said, from Pendino, way too high. And now Rutgers will have the opportunity to go the other way, and Christine DeLulo will ultimately just play it back to Halsell, the safe play. Cameron Halsell moving out of her defensive area and just looking for a passing lane. Good press defense by Michigan. And high pass to Abby Budd, and now Budd will have room to run. And now Budd moving down her right-hand side and gets the pass off to Pistori. And Pistori looking for a pass, and now high pass to Little, but recovered by Ali Ferrara. And now Budd moving to her right. Now Nazlonsky. That's Hartshorn, rather. Hartshorn on the right, looking for a passing lane. Hartshorn will move towards the backside line. Hartshorn centers it to Ferreira. Ferreira will move into the zone and attack. Ferreira has it knocked away. And a foul called, and Rutgers will have an opportunity from a dead ball.
Just a little too much contact there in the zone. Ref had her hand up. That's a foul. See if Michigan can block a goal here.
And
Shane ready to go in the goal.
And Ferreira will rush the goal, and saved by Mira Shane. And now Michigan have an opportunity to go the other way. No, a fight at the net for the ball. And ultimately Michigan will come away with Mira Shane giving it out to Richardson.
Nice save there by Shane. It's always... Oh, but Michigan turns it over. It's going to be Scarlet Knights going the other way.
Another errant pass from Richardson. And now Little will move out to her right and give it off to Abby Brooks. Brooks will move out to the right wing for centering it to Budd. Budd now to Pastore. Pastore now to Ferreira. Giving it off to Nazlonsky. Now Pastore back in the middle. To Budd, just to her right at the right point. And Budd looking to give it off. Ultimately does to Nazlonsky. And Nazlonsky moves to her right. Nazlonsky looks to attack the net, and the shot high. And now Brooks gives it off to Little. Little will try and center it to Budd. Now Budd will look to attack the net. Budd cuts to her right. And Budd will now double back to her left. Budd looking maybe for a shot. Gives it off to Ferreira. Ferreira will look to attack. Ferreira forced back. Giving it off to Brooks at net level. Now back to Little. As Little will move back to the back of the offensive zone. Centering it to Budd. Budd back to Little.
Nice defensive stand here by the Wolverines. Kind of sucking the clock here.
And now Little will attack and giving it off to Nazlonsky. Nazlonsky will have to run all the way around, giving it off. And that was Hartshorn, rather. Now he gives it off to Nazlonsky, and now Rutgers loses the ball. And another foul called this time on Molly Garrett. And Rutgers will have another attack, and will have another dead ball. Another dead ball chance.
A little cross check there by the Wolverines. Another chance here. Shane will be in goal again, and looking for another save.
Shane taps both of her net posts, and instead Hartshorn will try and play the pass.
To no avail.
As Little will give it to Brooks behind the net, and the shot from point blank. Another save from Mira Shane. Ferreira from about 5 feet away, and Shane slings it out to the left, and Garrett will lay it off to Aaron Daly. Daly will now move into the offensive zone from the left wing, looking to give it off to Lily Grass, and she does. Grass dumps it out to Pendino. Pendino still yet to record a statistic. Pendino centers it to the left point to Kirby, and now Kane. Kane to Molly Garrett on the right point. Now back to Kane. And now Kirby will attack the net. Kirby, the bounce shot, and wide right. And Caitlin Meir will give it off to Lily Grass behind the net. Grass moves to the left post, now to the right. Grass will not wrap it all the way around, will instead look to play a pass. Now to Chandler Kirby, now to Kane, and a foul called.
Just going to go on the Scarlet Knights. Grass tried to center it, but pretty good defense by the Scarlet Knights to deny any entry pass there. She kind of had to force it back out to the outside as Rutgers will make a substitution here.
Yes, and Christine DeLulo will come back in the game for the Scarlet Knights.
Not exactly sure what the whistle was for, but Michigan will retain possession with 16:55 here in the first left.
And Michigan will just play it back to Garrett. Garrett may look to attack. Garrett moves into the zone. Now Garrett, the shot high. And brief stoppage in play. Now Lily Grass will move back out. And now Pendino will attack the net. Pendino comes all the way around. Pendino, the shot saved by Hallstall, but then the rebound taken away by Rutgers. And now Pastore has the opportunity to go the other way, giving it off to Jacqueline Jester. And Jester moving out the right, and a foul called on Maggie Kane.
Pendino looking for her first goal of the day right there. Just a little too low. Goal was able to get it. Rutgers coming the other way here.
And now DeLulo on the left side will give it off to number 14, Regina Sharp. And now centers it to Ferreira. Now to Little. Little will move it out to the right point to Bud. And now Hartshorn on the right wing. Hartshorn will move along. Hartshorn maybe looking for a pass. And Hartshorn forced all the way back out in front of net. Hartshorn gives it off to Bud. Bud off to the left wing to Nizlansky. Now Bud. Bud will look to move to her left. Now Bud may attack now. Forced back. And now Bud trying to get back in the zone, and a loose ball in front of the net, and it will be Michigan going the other way. And an errant pass there. Maggie Kane trying to recover it, and the collision there between Maggie Kane and Abby Brooks. And it will be Michigan's possession. And now Molly Garrett moving through the middle zone. Garrett moving out to her right into the offensive zone on the right wing. Garrett to Meir on the right side. And Meir moving back out across to the left. And now Maggie Kane, another poorly received pass. And Kane fighting for the ball, and Rutgers will ultimately come away with it. Now Rutgers has an opportunity to rush as Bud moving down the right side.
Bud was able to keep her feet in her zone and pick up that ball there to get another possession for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Kind of sloppy play there from the Wolverines.
And Bud to Little. Rutgers has a little bit of space, and Little will cut to her left, and now will attack the net and dumps it out to Nizlansky. Nizlansky, the shot by Abby Brooks from point blank, the wraparound shot, and Rutgers gets a goal back.
That's why Nizlansky's so good. She kind of drew 3 or 4 defenders right there and is able to drop it off to her teammate right there. Nice play by Nizlansky, and the goal ultimately by, I think it was number 8, Brooks.
Yes, and Terrell Nizlansky, 1 goal, 1 assist already, directly contributing in both of Rutgers' 2 goals. And that goal scored by Rutgers captain, number 8, the senior from Morristown, New Jersey, Abby Brooks.
It's her 11th in the season, 20th point, moving the deficit back to 3 here, with 14:35 left in the first half.
And it will be a face-off between Erin Daly and Samantha Budd. In the center, Rutgers cutting Michigan's lead to 3 goals. 14:35 left in the first half. Michigan 5, Rutgers 2.
Michigan winning the face-offs 5-2 today, looking to win their 6th right here.
And referee blows the whistle, and off we go. And another infraction committed by Erin Daly. It will be Rutgers' possession. And Samantha Budd will take it. Now we'll move to the middle. Budd gives it off to DeLulo. DeLulo moving to her left. And a lob pass out to Monica Dresnan. Dresnan still got it, giving it back to Little. Now to Samantha Budd in the middle. Samantha Budd trying to go out to her right, but good defense by Molly Garrett. Now able to finally get it out to the left to Hartshorn. Hartshorn moving across the right wing, now forced to cut inside. Hartshorn will give it back to Samantha Budd. Rutgers very deliberative so far. And now Little No, Nozlansky rather. Nozlansky will try to attack the net, forced all the way out wide, and Nozlansky will be forced to double back and try to center it to Little, and she does. High degree of difficulty on that pass, but good execution by Terrelyn Nozlansky. Now Little on the turn, giving it off to Nozlansky, and now Nozlansky will look to attack, but now she has a lane, and it will be another shot on goal, and another save by Mira Shane. That shot was by Cameron Rogers, rather, and Mira Shane giving it off. And now Michigan on the other side. Rushing down the right is Morgan Whitaker. Whitaker moving into the offensive zone, and Whitaker will dump it off to Chandler Kirby. Chandler Kirby moves to the middle of the offensive zone, and Kirby waiting for formation to develop around her. Now giving it off to Nadine Stewart. Now to Mir, back to Stewart. Stewart to Pendino in the middle. Not often Pendino in the middle. Most of the time she's drifted out to the left, and Pendino giving it off to Mir. Lily Grass still behind the net. Chandler Kirby out to Nadine Stewart on the left wing. Stewart now will attack. Stewart cutting inside. Stewart will attack the net and dumping it off to Mir, and a foul called. And they will not play on.
43 seconds left in the shot clock. We'll probably get a good shot here on goal after the penalty.
And I believe that is Nadine Stewart taking the ball. And it is Stewart the shot, and another goal for Nadine Stewart.
And Nadine Stewart just kind of throws it at the ground, bounces up into the goal. Hassall unable to stop it. Michigan moves the lead back up to 4. 6-2 Wolverines. 12:40 left here in the first. Good job from the Wolverines there from avenging themselves from that quick goal there by Brooks on the other end. Moves it right up to the offensive end. Like you said, it's good to be aggressive and definitive with what you want to do, and sometimes the defense will foul you.
And it will be another face-off in the center for Erin Daly. The Wolverines going against, can't really see who she's going against. I believe that is Marin Hartshorn. Yes, it is. And
see if we can get a clean face-off this time.
Daly, of course, called for the face-off infraction on the previous face-off, and this one will be up for debate before it is ultimately possessed by Rutgers. And now Rutgers have an opportunity to rush, but losing the ball is Terrelyn Nozlansky, and actually a foul called on Michigan. And now DeLulo will stand, trying to center it to Pastore right in the middle of the park, and Pastore will give it off to Regina Sharp. Sharp moving on to the left wing, now into the offensive zone. Sharp maybe have some space to attack the net, will move to center, giving it off to Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd laying it off to the right wing, and now behind the net is Jacqueline Jester. Jester looking to try the wraparound, but correction, that was Monica Dresnan. And Rutgers stringing it all the way back out to the middle of the offensive zone. Samantha Budd laying it off to Cameron Rogers. Now Cameron Rogers will look to attack Rogers. And now Hartshorn, and Hartshorn with a goal as Rutgers cuts the deficit back to 3.
Hartshorn, nice play there, kind of cuts inside the defense. Pass there came from Little, I believe. Kind of up and over the defense and finishes with her left hand. 6-3, Michigan still. 11:43 left here in the first period. But what a move by Hartshorn. She kind of saw the opening in the defense, cut really hard, and her teammate was able to find her.
And Cameron Rogers will be credited with the assist. And Molly Garrett back in the face-off for the Wolverines against Samantha Budd. 11:43 left in the first half. Michigan up on Rutgers 6-3. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's lacrosse. And whistle blows, and an infraction called, a hold against Rutgers, and it will be Michigan's ball. That's a universal sign. Everybody, any sports fan can understand the holding call, the hold of the wrist. And Garrett will give it off. And now moving into the offensive zone is Sydney Whitaker. And now Chandler Kirby giving it to Caitlin Meir, net level on the right wing. And Meir looking for the pass, and we'll give it off to Lily Grass behind the net. Grass out to Meir. Now they will switch spots, and Grass will move in to the front of the net. Mir moves to net level on the right wing, and Mir looking for a pass, and Mir will ultimately take it out herself and giving it off to Chandler Kirby. And now the attack is Maggie Kane, and Maggie Kane is fouled by number 32, Jacqueline Jester of the Scarlet Knights.
Another chance here for the Wolverines to move this lead to 4.
And now the attack, Maggie Kane, the shot saved by Hallstall. And
Hallstall couldn't save the last one, but she's able to save this one. Pretty big save there. See if the Scarlet Knights can maybe move this deficit to 2 with about 10 minutes left here in the first period.
And Hallstall slinging it all the way out to Jester. Now Jester in the middle. Jester will move double marked and has the ball taken away, but fouled by Molly Garrett. And played back to DeLulo. DeLulo to Sharp. Sharp moves into the offensive zone on the left, now moving to the center. Now Samantha Budd in the middle running the offense. Give it out to Cameron Rogers. Now Budd again. Plays the short pass to Pistori. Now Rogers will attack from the right side. Rogers in on the net. Rogers the shot and wide left. And Rutgers will retain possession. No, they will not. Actually, yes, they will. A foul is called. Not sure on who, though.
A lot happening there in the zone. Michigan fans not too happy with the contact there from Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, a bit of confusion, really, what's going on there. Looks like Rutgers lining up for a free position shot.
Exactly.
And it will be Cameron Rogers who will take the chance. And brief stoppage whistle blows. Rogers will play it to Nizlonsky. Nizlonsky will try to attack. Nizlonsky behind the net to Ferreira. And another foul called. This time, also, I believe it's on Michigan. And Rutgers will have another free position.
That foul definitely warranted there. A little extra contact there.
And it will be Terilyn Nizlonsky who will take it. And Nizlonsky will try and play a pass, and wide left again. Rutgers will retain possession. Or no, it will be Michigan possession. Looks like nobody really saw that, as Quinn Melodona was ready to run away from the ball, but before she realized that she had to go back and grab it. But
Michigan will take it, though.
Michigan will take it. And now up comes Gabby Burns into the middle zone. Burns giving it off. And now Chandler Kirby will give it to Caitlin Meir, net level, right wing. Give it to Lily Grass right behind the net. Eyed by Hallsall. And now it will be Molly Garrett. Garrett looking for a lane. Garrett will give it off to Kirby. Kirby will attack the net. Gives it to Meir, left side.
Looking for the center, nothing there.
Yeah, as Michigan will take a moment to recompose themselves, and Adriana Pendino really quiet so far. But now Molly Garrett will attack the net, and Garrett the shot high. As Lily Grass playing quickly behind the net will center it, and a turnover? Hard to see. A foul by Rutgers.
Yeah, Lily Grass kind of grabbed that ball right there on the baseline. Kind of came into the zone quicker than some of the Scarlet Knights thought she would. Not really ready there. Now Michigan will get a nice shot here on goal.
And not sure who's handling the ball. And it was Maggie Kane, but another save by Hallsall. And Cameron Hallsall has really done well defending the free position shots from Michigan. The Wolverines, 17 shots on goal already.
And Michigan tries to go low there on the free position shot, but you're right, Hallsall able to save her third in a row.
And Ali Ferreira will move out to the left wing. Gives it off to Nizlonsky. Nizlonsky will try and move back to the inside. Now Samantha Budd in the middle, giving it off to Cameron Rogers. Rogers now back to Ferreira. Now Abby Brooks behind the net. Brooks will lay it out to Nizlonsky on the left wing. Long centering pass to Budd. Now Cameron Rogers at the right point. Now Rogers will maybe look to attack the net and forced out right. Now we'll move to the center. Rogers looking for a lane. Nozlonsky will attack. Nozlonsky, nice spin move. Nozlonsky, a shot saved by Mira Shane. And a foul called on Nozlonsky, and Michigan will retain the ball.
Nice defense there. Individual defense specifically from the Wolverines as Nozlonsky was spinning and swinging and ultimately had a nice shot on goal, but no goal.
Molly Garrett running through, and now Maggie Kane at the top to Chandler Kirby. As Michigan making a couple substitutions. Chandler Kirby moving back to the middle now to Adriana Pendino at on the left. Pendino looking for a passing lane. Ultimately gives it to Caitlin Meir. Net level right side. Meir will move directly behind the net. Meir may be looking for the wraparound. Now we'll play it out to Kirby on the left. Kirby will move into the zone, and Kirby goes to the ground. No foul called. And Rutgers looks like will recover. No, it will be Michigan. Excellent heads-up play there by Aaron Garvey. And Garvey will move to the middle of the zone before giving it off to Aaron Daly.
Kirby, kind of with a Manu Ginobili Euro step move right there. Was about to pull off, but unable to get her feeding there. Mix it to the ground, but Michigan will retain possession, looking to make this lead to 4.
And now cycling around the offensive zone are the Wolverines. As now it is number 30, Caitlin Mead, who will attack. Mead with the shot, and Caitlin Mead will score Michigan's 7th.
That's Mead's 15th goal in the season. Has she scored one already today? Yeah, that's her 15th goal in the season. Nice move there. Top shelf. Moves the lead to 4. Some extra insurance for the Wolverines heading into the second half with 6:20 left here in the first.
Yeah, 6:20 left in the first. Michigan maintaining a 7-3 lead over the Scarlet Knights.
Definitely milk some clock too. About a 2.5 minute possession there for the Wolverines. Both teams will regroup here before the face-off. Nice spring day here in Ann Arbor, would you say?
Yes, very beautiful actually. A bit windy, however.
Yep.
And it will be Samantha Budd versus Erin Daly.
Tiger Woods has birdied the last 3 holes to move to -8. And Webb Simpson -8. Moves to -9. He started the day at -1 for your Masters fans.
And the face-off up for debate, ultimately won by Rutgers. And Noah, an infraction called on the Scarlet Knights. It will be Michigan's possession.
Bud was about to take it right into the zone, but she turned around with a foul call.
And Aaron Garvey lob pass to Pendino on the left wing. Pendino will move, and giving it off to Lily Grass, gives it back to Pendino on the left wing. Pendino will center it to Nadine Stewart. Stewart to Chandler Kirby. Kirby, lob pass to Pendino. Pendino centers it back to Kirby, and Pendino just loses the ball. And now Rutgers going the other way. It will be Julia Little. And ultimately good defense in the middle zone by Michigan, forcing Rutgers to slow down.
Exactly. It looked like a transition offensive possession there for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, but Michigan definitely doing a good job, like you said, in the middle zone.
And DeLulo in the center, forced to lay it back out to the far side to Jacqueline Jester, and now DeLulo back to Regina Sharp. Regina Sharp will try and run through the middle zone and does ultimately get into the offensive zone as Sharp gives it back out to Ali Ferreira. And Ferreira centers it to Julia Little. Now Cameron Rogers on the right point to Hartshorn on the right wing. Marin Hartshorn moves to the center. Hartshorn to Julia Little. And Little trying to motion for Rogers to come back. And ultimately does give it off to Cameron Rogers. Cameron Rogers, nice little flick there to Nozlonsky. Nozlonsky will attack the net. Nozlonsky the shot wide right. And a foul called though.
Scarlet Knights running a little weave action there. Ultimately it was Nozlonsky going to her left with a nice shot on goal. No goal, but it'll be a...
And a free position chance for Terrell Nozlonsky. Opportunity for a second goal. Nozlonsky the shot and just fans completely as it goes wide right, but Rutgers retains possession. Marin Hartshorn to Cameron Rogers. Rogers now to Julia Little. Rutgers settling back. And now Cameron Rogers, lob centering pass to Dakota Pistori. Now Nuzlonsky out to Ferreira on the left wing. Ferreira centers it back to Nuzlonsky. Nuzlonsky looking to attack. Nuzlonsky cuts out to her left, has the ball knocked away, but able to recover, and a foul on Madison Richardson. Not sure if that was inside the zone, so...
It was not. A little too much contact there from Richardson, the senior from Atlanta, Georgia.
And Rutgers will try and play a horizontal pass, and bit nervy, but Cameron Rogers able to come away with it. Cameron Rogers giving it off to Pastore. Pastore to Rogers. Rogers moves to her right. Now we'll try and cut back inside. Rogers, the backward flick to Nuzlonsky. Nuzlonsky, the long shot saved by Mira Shane.
Mira Shane, definitely ready for that shot there. A lot of defense didn't look like they were ready for that shot. She kind of shot it out of nowhere. It was on goal, though. Very accurate. But Shane with another nice save.
And Madison Richardson, long pass, flipping the field out to Casey Kumo. Now Aaron Daly giving it off to Lily Grass. Lily Grass will move directly behind the net, gives it off to Caitlin Meir. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. And Maggie Kane scooping the ball up off the ground, centers it. And now Bandino giving it back to Caitlin Mead. Caitlin Mead already one goal today. Molly Garrett giving it back to Caitlin Mead. Caitlin Mead moving out to her left. Now Caitlin Mead will move into the zone, try and make an attack. And Mead with the pass to Meir, and Meir with a fourth goal.
How about Mead looking left the entire time, and then finally gets it in to the right. Moving the lead now to 5. Biggest lead of the day for the Wolverines.
And 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in the first half. Michigan leads Rutgers 8-3. We'd like to thank you for listening to WCBN Sports live coverage of Michigan women's lacrosse. Once again, my name is Nick Hornburg. Alongside me, Jack Molino. Evan Oesterle will join us in the second half. As brief stoppage in play before Molly Garrett and Samantha Budd will attempt another face-off. Rutgers looking to make a couple substitutions.
That was Meir's 4th goal of the game. 43rd point of her season, moving her to number 1 on points for Michigan this season. Meir, the sophomore from Hoyne Falls, New York, if that's how you pronounce it.
And the whistle blows, and the face-off won by Rutgers. Cameron Rogers, excellent steal away from Caitlin Mead, and now Samantha Budd will run through the zone. Molly Garrett busting a lung to catch up alongside her. Now Marin Hartshorn on the right wing. Centers it to Samantha Budd at the right point. Now Samantha Budd will look to attack, and Budd will move into the offensive zone. And now Marin Hartshorn will look to attack, and point blank, Julia Little shot over the net, but Rutgers will retain possession. Abby Brooks moves out net level left side. Now Brooks will move out in front of the net. Brooks looking to create her own shot before ultimately giving it off to Cameron Rogers.
Nice defense there from Milladona.
Rogers cuts inside. Rogers point blank. The shot scores.
How about that? A quick rebound there for the Scarlet Knights, able to put it right back onto the goal. 8-4. Michigan still retains the lead. Both teams will regroup. 22-22 left here in the first. Michigan never seems to be able to really pull away in this game. The biggest lead they had was 5 until right there and then moves back to 4. A few substitutions here for the Wolverines. Michigan leads the day on 19 shots to 15 shots. And also leads 6-4 in terms of saves. Shane and Halsall still in goal for their respective teams. And a violation, or it'll be a reset for the face-off here.
And now it will be Hartshorn versus Molly Garrett, and it will be won by Michigan. And no, that was actually Nadine Stewart in the face-off, and Molly Garrett will run down the right side into the offensive zone. And now Caitlin Meir net level far right wing. And now Lily Grass has the ball behind the net. Grass will sling it out to Pendino on the left wing. Pendino. Now Chandler Kirby in the middle for a pass from Maggie Kane. Now Kane at the left point, giving it back to Pendino. Now Chandler Kirby gives it out to Pendino on the left. Pendino just playing catch with Kirby. Now Pendino will look to attack, and Pendino forced back, plays the long pass in too high for Molly Garrett, and Rutgers will take it. Regina Sharp plays it back to Cameron Halsall.
Rutgers will try to move this deficit back to 3 before halftime.
90 seconds left in the first half. Michigan up 8-4 on the Scarlet Knights. And now it falls to number 23, Samantha Scarpello. Scarpello running through the offensive zone. Good defense by Nadine Stewart. And forced to play it off to Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd will run into the clear space vacated by Maggie Kane. Samantha Budd will look to attack the net, and Samantha Budd ultimately forced back, playing it back to Abby Brooks. Abby Brooks already 1 goal today. And Brooks to Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd moves to the right. Budd giving it off to Barron Hartshorn. Hartshorn, quick pass in, and another shot, another save by Mira Shane.
Scarlet Knights making another cut right into the zone there, but
no,
Shane.
A foul called, and Rutgers will have another free position chance.
Right, Shane did have a clean save there, but there was a little contact. Free position shot here for the Scarlet Knights, looking to make the deficit 3.
And it will be Monica Dresden the chance, and the shot wide. And it will be Rutgers who will maintain possession. Allie Ferreira will stand delivered off. Rutgers only has 40 seconds.
32 on the shot clock, actually.
Yes. And now Cameron Rogers will cut inside. Cameron Rogers looking to attack. Cameron Rogers loses the ball. A foul called, however, on Maggie Kane.
Outside the zone. 22 on the shot clock, 27 on the game clock.
Free position. Cameron Rogers will pass it back to Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd cuts out to her right. Samantha Budd getting past Maggie Kane. Samantha Budd, the shot low and wide left. And Rutgers will retain possession. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And Brooks will try and play it in now. Brooks in the center. Brooks, did she lose the ball? Yes, she did. And now Michigan will have 6 seconds. No, Rutgers taking it back. Cameron Rogers trying to play a last-ditch pass. And it will be Michigan possession, but 1.9 seconds left on the clock in the first half. Michigan will simply play a pass, and that will end the first half here in Ann Arbor as Michigan doubling up the Scarlet Knights in the first half by a score of 8-4. And we will step away for a 10-minute intermission. Once again, thank you very much for listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's lacrosse. For Jack Molino, my name is Nick Hornburg. Evan Oesterle will be with us in the second half. And we'll step away now for halftime. Once again, see you in 10 minutes. The score through one half. Michigan 8, Rutgers 4. And welcome back to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's lacrosse. My name once again is Nick Hornburg. Thank you very much to Jack Molino for sitting in on the first half. And for the second half, we have Evan Oesterle with us today. Evan, you've been right next to me watching women's lacrosse. Well, partly women's lacrosse, mostly the NBA playoffs. Michigan doubling up Rutgers by a score of 8-4, but really leaving a couple chances on the table as Cameron Halsall for Rutgers really done well in goal for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, Halsall's been good, but Michigan also just missing a lot of shots close to the goal, not getting everything on net. There have been a few, as you said, close range that could have at least been put on net, made Halsall make a save. Halsall only has 4 saves on 12 shots that she's faced. Michigan's missed 7, so even if they can just get 50% more shots on goal in the second half, they probably are going to win this game by a lot. Rutgers got some easy ones at the goal on the other side, some bad turnovers by the Wolverines in transition, led to some good chances, and overall Michigan playing well enough to win this game. They probably should be up by more, but they're in control.
And it will be Molly Garrett versus Samantha Budd in the opening faceoff for the second half. The team switch sides as Mira Shane will step into the net on our right, facing State Street. And on the left, or on our left-hand side, from our view facing State Street, is Cameron Halsall and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, for those of you who know Ann Arbor geography. And whistle blows, and the opening faceoff in the second half is won by Michigan as Maggie Kane moves into the right. And now Kane in the right wing. Kane taking it all the way and moves to the net level, now behind the net, giving it off to Lily Grass. And Lily Grass, the shot to Adriana Pendino. Pendino the shot, but blocked by a pair of Rutgers defenders. Rutgers packing the net right there, and Cameron Halsall will take it. And Michigan will not score in the first 17 seconds of the second half the way they did with the first. And turnover by the Scarlet Knights. No, recovered. And there's actually a battle for the ball. And it's taken away by Michigan. Pendino going all the way, running through the middle zone into the offensive zone. And now Pendino will hold up. Pendino moving out to the left wing. Been pretty quiet so far this game, has the senior from Morristown, New Jersey.
And talked about Michigan missing some of those close chances of the goal, but give credit to the Rutgers defense because they swarm anytime anybody gets close.
And Pendino moving to the left, net level. Pendino getting it to Grass behind the net. Grass moving to in front of the net. Grass looking for a lane, will just play it back to Kane, and now Chandler Kirby will attack the net. Chandler Kirby, the shot high.
Early on, it looks like this Rutgers defense made some adjustments at halftime. They look really strong. See if Michigan's offense can adjust back.
And Grass will wrap around the right side, play it back to Pendino. Pendino cuts outside, but forced back. And now Chandler Kirby giving it to Maggie Kane. Maggie Kane will attack the net. Maggie Kane, the shot, scores!
That's just too good. I mean, a really good minute and a half of defense from Rutgers. Good team defense, good individual defense, and just too good from Kane. Going around the outside, and a great finish. Been a tough day for Halsall so far.
And Maggie Kane, her first statistic of the day with 1 goal. That was her 5th shot. Caitlin Meir already 4 goals. With Michigan's lead extended out to 5, 9-4. 1 minute, 39 seconds into the second half here in Ann Arbor. And the face-off, Garrett versus Samantha Budd once again. And the whistle blows. That was Erin Daly, rather, in the circle for Michigan, and won by Erin Daly. Daly will move back to her left and will run through the middle zone. And Daly gives it to Lily Grass on the left side. Grass will move behind the net. Grass will wrap around the left side, and Grass not shooting, loses the ball, but able to pick it up. And Grass back to Pendino. Slings it out to Kirby, reversing the field. And Kirby flips play again, out to Pendino. Pendino will now center it to Kirby. Kirby giving it off to Caitlin Mead. Now Caitlin Meir back to Mead. Michigan slowing it down a bit. And now Pendino will run at the net. Pandino trying to play it back behind to Grass, and high degree of difficulty, but Grass trying to play the wraparound. Grass the shot, and overcorrects, misses it left, Rutgers ball.
Again, more good defense there. Good individual play by the Wolverines, but the offense up top getting kind of stagnant when they run around behind the net. Good individual attacks on the sides, but see if they can do more to counter this Rutgers defense.
And now Christine DeLulo will move through the middle zone and forced out of bounds a little bit. But DeLulo able to get into the offensive zone and dumping it off to Cameron Rogers. Now to Ali Ferreira. To Terilyn Nizlansky. Rutgers' leading scorer been pretty quiet so far today. 1 goal, 1 assist. As Abby Brooks slings it back out to Samantha Budd. Centers it to Nizlansky. Nizlansky giving it off to Rogers. Rogers will move into the zone, giving it off to Samantha Budd. Budd loses the pass, but able to recover and pick it up in time. And Budd on the left wing will cut to the inside before being forced back. And Budd fakes the pass back, and now the attack, and the shot scores!
That was excellent. I mean, just great footwork, one-on-one. A little head fake with her stick, too. Totally sold it like she was cutting back and then cut right back in, spun around, and easy one-on-one. No chance for Shane right there.
And now looks like it will be Caitlin Mead. No, rather, Caitlin Mead will simply come in as a substitution. Michigan has rotated their face-off takers a fair bit so far in this game, largely between Molly Garrett and Erin Daly. And this time it will be Nadine Stewart who will face off against Samantha Budd. That was Samantha Budd's 32nd goal of the season. And ball set between the sticks.
This Michigan team, even if this game stays close to the end, they're battle tested. 5 of their 13 wins by 3 goals or less. They know what it's like to play close games, win close games.
And Maggie Kane scoops it up, runs into the offensive zone. Maggie Kane will attack the net and ultimately forced backwards, able to get it off to Nadine Stewart behind her. Now to Molly Garrett at the right point. And now Maggie Kane out to Pendino. Pendino centers it back to Chandler Kirby. And Kane out to Garrett. Now Kane. Kane to Chandler Kirby. Giving it back out to Molly Garrett. Bit of a high pass, well handled by Garrett. Now Garrett will move into the zone. Garrett, the shot, and off 2 metal posts, and the rebound shot by Kane, saved by Halsall. Bit of bad luck there from Molly Garrett, as Rutgers will have an opportunity to go the other way. Michigan pressing high, and Rutgers forced to flip the field early.
That's a couple posts hit now by Michigan, and same as hockey or soccer, those don't technically count as shots on goal. They weren't going in, but those are the tough looks that you know the player would love to have back.
And DeLulo giving it off to Martinelli. Now Budd giving it to Nizlansky. And now Brooks will try and cut all the way back around, but is forced back to Nizlansky. Nizlansky will attack the net. Nizlansky the shot wide right. And Rutgers will maintain possession. And it will be a shot from point blank. No, good defense right in front of the net by Michigan. And now they will go the other way. Hartshorn looked like she had a chance, but now it will be Whitaker who will run through the middle zone and into the offensive zone on the right wing. Flips the field to Pendino. Excellent pass. And now Pendino will maybe look to attack. And Pendino the shot. And saved by Halsall.
It was a great pass. It was also a great catch by Pendino. Took her stick to the ground. Was able to maintain her balance. Not fall down. Made the catch and get a decent shot off. Good save by Halsall, though.
And now it will be DeLulo who will run through the zone. And DeLulo getting the pass off. Now Samantha Budd has it in the center. Budd, play it back out to Cameron Rogers. Rogers out to the right wing to Hartshorn. Hartshorn giving it back to Cameron Rogers. Rogers centers it to Nizlansky. Nizlansky flips it out to Samantha Budd. Now centers it back to Nizlansky. Nizlansky played the first half almost entirely on the left, now playing more central in the second. Rogers will attack the net. Rogers, I'm not sure if she just tried to play a no-look pass or a shot, but fanned on it completely, and a scrum at the net ultimately won by Mira Shane, and now Michigan will run the other way. Playing quickly, Molly Garrett running all the way through the middle zone and into the offensive zone on the right wing. Garrett playing it out to Caitlin Meir in her spot on the right side that she has been in the entire game so far, and Meir moving backwards, now back out in front of the net, gives it to Chandler Kirby in the middle, now gives it off to Nadine Stewart, and then the flip back. Kirby in the center, gives it off to Nadine Stewart. Now Caitlin Meir.
This Rutgers defense really settled in since early in the game. They've played so disciplined for the last probably...
Caitlin Meir playing across, and the centering pass. Sorry to cut you off there.
No,
Erin Daly looked like she had a chance, but good defense once again by Rutgers.
You're fine. They've just been so disciplined the last probably 20 minutes of gameplay. Really slowed down this Michigan offense.
And Samantha Budd will run through the zone into the offensive zone, and Budd may be able to attack herself, ultimately giving it off to Nozlansky. Nozlansky double marked, giving it back out to Budd. Now Cameron Rogers will flip it out to the right wing. Marin Hartshorn. Hartshorn slings it out to Ferreira. Ferreira, long back pass to Nizlansky. Now to Cameron Rogers at the right point. Rogers moves to the center. Rogers has been a very active figure on offense for the Scarlet Knights, and now Nizlansky has it, and a foul called on number 14, Sydney Whitaker, for the Wolverines. And Rutgers will have a free position chance.
Second time today, Rutgers has had free position chance. They didn't score on the first one.
And it will be Cameron Rogers who will take the chance. Whistle blows. Rogers. Rogers the net. Whistle blows, and I think somebody jumped too early. And it will be Rogers again to Shane's left. Rogers gearing up to attack. Whistle blows. Rogers will charge, and the shot high. Out of bounds. Rutgers possession. Hartshorn will try and play it quickly. Hartshorn playing it all the way back to Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd will cut inside. Now Nozlansky forced back by Richardson. And Nozlansky gives it off to Rogers on the left wing. Rogers will cut inside before centering it to Nozlansky. Nozlansky to Rogers. Rogers moves inside. Rogers off to Budd. Budd will cut back inside, but forced back. Good defense again by Whitaker. Now Nozlansky will cut to her right now, doubles back to her left. And 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and Rutgers not a lot of time. Abby Brooks. And the shot clock has expired, and Michigan will take possession.
I just talked about the discipline of Rutgers defense, but that was a long defensive possession for Michigan, including a free possession or a free position shot, and they never faltered once, and that is why this Michigan team is so good. That is the biggest improvement from last year to this year. Their defense, aside from the Maryland game last weekend, Maryland might be the best team in the country, has been so strong all year long, so disciplined, barely ever give up double-digit goals to non-ranked teams, and even when they do give up double-digit goals, it's 10 or 11 at most, and that's why they started out 13-0. The offense, it's great, it comes in waves, but that defense on that last possession shows you what this team is.
And now Maggie Kane giving it to Lily Grass, net level on the left side. Now Grass will try and move behind, but forced out wide all the way to the left, and Molly Garrett on the left wing. Molly Garrett will cut to the inside and slings it out back out to Kane. Maggie Kane to Lily Grass. Grass looking for a lane. That was Meir, rather. Now Lily Grass has it on the left side. Lily Grass centers it to Chandler Kirby. Chandler Kirby with the shot, low, wide to the right, and that will go all the way out of bounds, and Michigan will retain possession. Caitlin Meir going to play quickly, and Meir moves into the right. Meir passes it all the way back out to Garrett. Now Kane to Chandler Kirby. Chandler Kirby will run in. Now Lily Grass back out to Caitlin Meir. Caitlin Meir looking for the wraparound. Centers it to Garrett. Garrett the shot high. And Lily Grass will play it quickly. And no, a shot clock violation by Michigan. And back-to-back shot clock violations in this game.
Neither team able to get a really good look right now. Kirby came up with a decent shot that she created for herself, but not much space, and both defenses settling. We'll see which offense can break through and get some momentum in the middle part of the second half.
And now it is Regina Sharp running through the zone, getting past Meir, now getting past Granito, and able to get the pass off to number 23, Samantha Scarpello. And Rogers plays it out to Julia Little back out in the game. Abby Brooks is behind the net. Now Brooks moving out to her right. Back to the net. That's Mira Shane's right as well. And now Rogers will attack the net. Rogers getting in. Bud the shot and Bud the goal. Rutgers cutting the deficit back down to 3.
And what did I just say? Which offense is going to find some momentum here in the middle part of the second half? It's still a very close game. 3 goals now, and Michigan needs to come up with some kind of answer. Their offense has been stagnant for most of this half. See if they can counter the Rutgers defense. But this Rutgers team, despite being 5-8, 0-3 in conference, they're playing a top 10 team. No quitting them. They've defended well all game. They've fought offensively all game against a very good defense, and it should be a tight finish here.
And face-off will be Nadine Stewart versus Samantha Budd. And that was Samantha Budd's second of the afternoon, 33rd of the season. And the whistle blows, and the face-off will be, looks like, won by the Wolverines. Rutgers committing an infraction as Nadine Stewart will recover and try and run through the zone, flipping the field now to Pendino into the offensive zone. And Pendino gives it to Lily Grass. Grass now back to Pendino. Pendino centers it to Caitlin Mead, who will now move to the dead center of the offensive zone before give and go with Nadine Stewart. Now back to Pendino, and it's ultimately centered back to Caitlin Mead. Mead off to Meir on the right wing. Caitlin Meir looking to run at this Rutgers defense, and she does, and the low shot saved by Halsell, but scrum at the net, and ultimately Rutgers with the ball. No, a foul called, and Michigan might have a free position chance. And they will. It will be Maggie Kane with the opportunity. No, that is Erin Garvey, rather. And Garvey rushes the net. Garvey, the shot, scores! No, off the post. And Rutgers going the other way. The Michigan players on the sidelines thought they had a goal as well.
Third time today that they've hit the post. I really thought that one was in the net. The net is still shaking, but I guess not.
And now Rutgers will run through the zone. Regina Sharp moving out to her left. Have an opportunity to run through. Getting a pass. Bounce passed in to Pistori. Now Bud back to Pistori in the middle. Now Cameron Rogers.
Michigan 1 for 5 on free position chances today.
And now Julia Little, a pass behind Terrell and Nozlansky, but good recovery. Now Nozlansky will have room to attack at the net, but will be forced to move behind. Good last-ditch defense by Madison Richardson. Rogers on the left wing. Center pass to Bud. Now it's Rogers again. Rogers will move to the middle. Rogers can attack the net. Rogers forced to dump it off to Nozlansky. Nozlansky to Julia Little in the middle. Now Little will attack, moving out to her right, and has it stripped. Excellent defensive play by Aaron Daly. And Daly, an errant pass, poorly handled, but ultimately recovered Adriana Pendino. And Pendino runs through the zone into the offensive zone on the left wing. And will give it to Lily Grass. And just a little 1-2 with Pendino. As the Wolverines attacker slowing it down as Michigan makes a couple substitutions. Maggie Kane and Molly Garrett back on the field, and Garrett has it in the middle. Chandler Kirby back in the game as well. And now it will be Lily Grass behind the net. Lily Grass moving out to Halsall's left and giving it off to Kane. And a foul called and another free position chance for Michigan. And it will be Maggie Kane once again. Maggie Kane this time on Cameron Halsall's right. And positions taken.
1 for 5 on these so far.
And Kane the shot, and I think that was deflected. And it goes way out of bounds all the way in the far corner. It was deflected by Samantha Scarpello. And Meir gives it to Grass behind the net. Now 1 for 6 on the game. And Grass out to the right. And Lily Grass plays it back to Maggie Kane. Now to Molly Garrett. Garrett to Chandler Kirby. Kirby will look to attack, and now to Kane. Kane to Pendino. Pendino will attack. Pendino the shot, and high. But Michigan will retain possession. Lily Grass takes a fresh ball and plays it all the way back out and straight to DeLulo, as Rutgers will have an opportunity to rush the other way. And DeLulo, harried by Michigan's attackers trying to get back. And poorly played by Samantha Scarpello. And it looks like there will be a scrum for the ball and a foul called on Michigan, Maggie Kane, as Rutgers will have possession.
Michigan has only put 4 of their 13 shots on goal this half. And credit to the Rutgers defense. Looks like there's some kind of foul here.
Timeout called. Timeout called by Rutgers.
Credit to the Rutgers defense. They've forced Michigan defenders into tough shooting, or Michigan offensive players, into tough shooting positions, but at some point in the last quarter of this game, the Michigan offense is going to have to adjust and get something going offensively, because there's been nothing since they scored that goal early in the second half.
And 14:46 left in the game. Michigan clinging to a 3-goal lead against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, 9-6. Michigan 33 shots, 16 of them on goal. Rutgers comparatively less, 22 shots, but more even, 13 shots on goal. Both Cameron Halsall and Mira Shane, 7 saves apiece.
Just a quick update on everything else going on in the WCBN sports world. Game 2 of the softball doubleheader against Ohio State is on WCBN Sports Channel 1, youtube.com/WCBN Sports, starting at 5 p.m. After this game, starting around 6, I believe, is spring volleyball.
6:30.
6:30. Tomorrow we'll have softball again. And then the baseball and softball teams will, or the baseball team will be back home next weekend. Softball will not. Softball going to Illinois. We will not be calling the spring practice. I refuse to call it a game that the football team is partaking in shortly here on campus. The team electing to go with a open practice with, quote, some scrimmage elements rather than an actual spring game, as most programs choose to do, which is why it's not being televised. Men's lacrosse lost earlier today, dropped to 3-9 on the season, and fell to a good Penn State team. Men's team has had a tough season, and that was expected. They lost a lot. This game likely marks the end of our women's lacrosse coverage. They finish at Northwestern, at Detroit Mercy in the next 10 days before traveling to Maryland for the Big Ten tournament and a likely rematch with the Terrapins in the Big Ten finals.
Says play is now resumed. Abby Brooks behind the net for the Scarlet Knights. And Brooks holding the ball a long time and now ultimately forced to dump it out to Nizlansky. And now Rogers on the right point will move inside, now cutting back to her right. As Rogers moving into the post. Rogers with the shot wide left. And Mira Shane going to ground, but Rutgers will be able to recover. And Nozlonsky moving back to the left wing, and a lob pass to Julia Little. And Little dumps it off to Brooks. Brooks will have an opportunity for another shot, and another one, a save by Shane. That may have been off the pipe, actually. And now Samantha Budd will look to attack, now dumping it off to Cameron Rogers. Rutgers is one goal away from making this game very interesting. And now it will be Abby Brooks who will sling it out. Now it's Cameron Rogers. Rogers will move to the left. Rogers will play a long shot, but wide left again. Marin Hartshorn playing it back to Samantha Budd. Budd to Nozlonsky. Nozlonsky moving to her left, switching places with Rogers. And harassed by Richardson, the centering pass to Samantha Budd, now to Rogers on the right. And Cameron Rogers forced to move to the center. Now Rogers with some space to attack. And Rogers the shot, and another one wide right. And covered by Mira Shane. Michigan will have an opportunity to build a possession. As Madison Richardson taking the pass from Mira Shane up the right side. And Richardson with the pass out to Maggie Kane. Maggie Kane will run all the way through the zone on the right side. Maggie Kane has some speed into the offensive zone. Kane may run straight at the net before dumping it off to Caitlin Meir. Now to Lily Grass behind the net. Grass out to Pendino. Pendino slowing it down as Michigan gets a couple substitutions in. And it will be Chandler Kirby standing in the middle for the Wolverines. Then we'll throw it out to Nadine Stewart. Nadine Stewart, already 2 goals today. And Stewart, now Pendino from Kirby. Now Meir has an opportunity to attack. Caitlin Meir, 4 goals already today. Meir loses the ball but able to recover. Caitlin Meir plays it back to Chandler Kirby. Kirby to Pendino. Pendino will have a free chance. And no, she will not. Space closed down by Rutgers. And Kirby out to Pendino. Now Grass behind the net. Lily Grass trying to wrap around. And the high shot and the quick shot by Garvey is high. And Lily Grass will take it and sling it back out to Pendino. And now Chandler Kirby. Kirby centering it to Pendino. Pendino moving to her left. Pendino the shot. And saved by Halsall.
Finally a shot on goal, though. I mean, Michigan went forever, just not great looks. That high jump one on that possession, but finally a shot on goal and at least making Halsall think about it, making her make a play. A lot of time left in this game for Rutgers, but Michigan's defense, they've been strong so far. Shane has been strong so far. Doesn't look like Michigan's going to do much scoring for us this game, but their defense might be able to hold out.
And now Nozlonsky. The spin on Richardson. Nozlonsky the shot wide right. As Rutgers will keep the ball. As Pistori slings it all the way back out to Samantha Budd. And Budd moves to the center. Samantha Budd looking maybe for a shot. And a foul called on Whitaker, and Rutgers will have a free position. And it will be Samantha Budd who will take the chance straight on against Mira Shane.
Rutgers 0 of 4 on the day.
And the shot from Budd scores.
There's my announcer's jinx for the day. Make it 1 of 5. And a 2-goal game.
And as stated, Rutgers now cutting the deficit to 2, has the potential to make this game very interesting. Michigan has only scored 1 goal in the second half to Rutgers 3. And we have 10 minutes, 26 seconds to go. Samantha Budd now with 3 goals on the day on 5 shots. And suddenly, Hannah Nielsen may have some decisions to make on the sidelines for the Wolverines. And it will be Molly Garrett back in the face-off circle against Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd now up to 34 goals on the season for the Scarlet Knights. Second on the team behind Nozlonsky's 38. And Rutgers punctuating that goal with a face-off victory.
This game was 8-3 with 3:06 left in the first half after Mears' goal.
And the ball taken away by Madison Richardson. An excellent defensive play there by the Wolverines. And now Whitaker will run all the way through the zone. And Whitaker forced to cut back to the right, giving it off to Caitlin Meir. Caitlin Meir on the far right wing. And Meir moves to the byline, giving it off to Lily Grass behind the net. Grass out to Pendino. Pendino will cut off to her right. Pendino to Maggie Kane. Maggie Kane will attack the net. Maggie Kane back out to Caitlin Meir, and a foul called on Rutgers. Maggie Kane will have a free position chance.
Big moment right here. There's still so much time left in this game.
Maggie Kane at Cameron Halsall's left. Kane, the shot, saved by Halsall.
Halsall had a rough start, but she's really settled in, and along with this Rutgers defense, putting the clamps down on the Michigan offense for most of the second half.
And the lob pass out to Scarpello. Scarpello will run through the zone and giving it off to Regina Sharp, who will now center it to Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd been dangerous all game long for the Scarlet Knights. And Budd centering it to Pistori. Now Cameron Rogers on the right. Rogers now to Pistori. Now it's Abby Brooks. Net level behind the net, and now Pistori off to Rogers on the left side. Cameron Rogers will look to cut inside. Now cuts back to her right. Cameron Rogers trying to find some space. Good defense by Molly Garrett. And now off, and Nozlonsky runs straight into Richardson, and another strip. No, a foul called, and Rutgers will have another free position chance. And Terrelyn Nozlonsky, the Scarlet Knights' leading scorer, will be just off the center to Mira Shane's right. Has an opportunity to score her 39th goal and cut the deficit to 1. And the shot from Nozlonsky deflected and wide right. Good defense. I believe that was Maggie Kane. And now Mira Shane will play a pass out, and Michigan will have room to run. Richardson running up the right side. And Richardson to Molly Garrett. Molly Garrett will run into the offensive zone. Molly Garrett angling towards the net for giving it off to Caitlin Meir behind the net, giving it off to Lily Grass. Grass now to Pendino. Centering it to Chandler Kirby. Now Maggie Kane. Kane, little 1-2 with Kirby. Now it's Pendino on the left. Pendino looking for some space. Pendino moves off to her left. Pendino forced out wide. 50 seconds left in the shot clock. Lily Grass stringing it out to Meir. Caitlin Meir trying to make a move. Loses the ball. And another turnover for Michigan. No, stoppage of play. I believe that was a foul. And it was.
Looks like it was, yeah.
And Caitlin Meir stopping a moment to tie her shoe before she will have a free position chance. And Meir for a 5th goal. The shot scores!
Michigan goes north of 21 minutes without a goal, and then finally converting a free possession chance, finally breaking this scoreless drought. And there's still 7.5 minutes left, but that feels like the backbreaker. It's going to be tough for Rutgers to score 3 more times in the last 7.5 minutes of this game.
And Caitlin Meir, 5 goals on the day now, up to 27 on the season. And the faceoff will be between Erin Daly and Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd taking all of the faceoffs of late. Marin Hartshorn took the lion's share of them early on.
Michigan, 19 of 37 shots on goal in this game. Just 7 of 16 on goal in the second half, but still finding a way to hold on to this lead. The defense has been excellent. for those who care, Tony Finau in the driver's seat at Augusta. Having a great moving day.
And face-off won by Michigan. Aaron Daly will now have the opportunity to run. Daly running through the zone into the offensive zone on the left wing. Daly looking for a centering pass, just gives it to Lily Grass. Behind the net to the left. Now moves directly behind the net, and Grass may try and play a wraparound shot. And Grass playing it back to Nadine Stewart. Now Chandler Kirby at the right point. And now Nadine Stewart gives it off to Chandler Kirby. Kirby running into the zone. Kirby laying it off to Grass. Grass will move to keeper's right. And now an attack by Caitlin Meir. Meir attacks the net. Meir with the shot. And wide left. And Lily Grass will play it back to Pendino. Pendino to Chandler Kirby. Now it's Nadine Stewart. Nadine Stewart forced off to the right. Stewart plays it back to Grass behind the net. Grass, point blank, Daly scores!
And after 21 minutes of a whole lot of nothing, this Michigan offense coming alive. When it matters, Rutgers cut the lead to 2. Michigan pushes it back to 4. Just over a minute separating these last 2 goals. And how about that? This team, number 8 in the country, 13-1 for a reason. A lot of resilience. I said earlier, they've played a lot of close games, and this one got close. They did not shake for a minute.
And it will be Daly versus Budd once again in the circle. Center of the park. Michigan extending the lead back out to 4, 11-7. And the face-off. An infraction called on Aaron Daly. It will be Rutgers' possession. 6.5 minutes left in the game. Michigan up 11-7 on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Once again, you're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's lacrosse, and Regina Sharp giving it off to Dakota Pastore for the Scarlet Knights. Cameron Rogers flipping it off to Marin Hartshorn back in the game after a bit of an extended absence. Hartshorn, lob pass back to Rogers. Rogers at the right point. Now looking to move inside. Rogers forced out to the left by Garvey. And Rogers bodied up by Garvey. And now the pass to Brooks behind the net. And Abby Brooks will move net level right side. Now in front of the net. Centers it back and an interception. And Whitaker will have the opportunity to run through the zone. Michigan has the opportunity to rush. And the overhead pass to Pendino. And Pendino catching Rutgers flat-footed. Now, the shot from Caitlin Meir saved by Halsall. And a scrum at the net. Michigan will come away with it. Pendino with the ball. And shot clock resetting as Lily Grass moving behind. Now Caitlin Meir. Meir to Caitlin Mead. Now to Nadine Stewart to Adriana Pendino. Now Mead looking for the space. Mead forced out to the right. The shot saved by also, I think that hit the piping actually. And now Nadine Stewart will rush for the ball and will be able to keep it in, and flipping it back to Lily Grass. Now Aaron Daly. Pendino still yet to record a goal or an assist as Maggie Kane comes back in for the Wolverines along with Molly Garrett. And now Kane rather, will center it to Molly Garrett. Garrett off to Pendino. Now Maggie Kane on the left wing. Kane will look to move in. Maggie Kane forced back ultimately. Now Molly Garrett. Molly Garrett attacking that. Molly Garrett the shot and flipped away by Nadine Stewart back to Pendino. Michigan will retain possession once again, and Kane giving it off to Caitlin Mead. 35 seconds left on the shot clock. 4 minutes left in the game here. And now Lily Grass will wrap around. Lily Grass back to Maggie Kane. Maggie Kane looking for the space. Maggie Kane losing the ball, but Kane able to kick it away and recover it herself. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Hannah Nielsen's team going to have to move quickly. Pendino centers it to Garrett. Garrett at the right point. Garrett forced outside. 12 seconds left in the shot. Scores!
How about the resilience in this team? Rutgers had all the momentum for almost this entire half. And in the last 7 minutes of this game, Michigan's offense has come through. So refreshing to see a Michigan sports team handle adversity. For so long, we watched so many of these teams through the fall and winter collapse under pressure. I won't call out specific teams, but especially the revenue sports teams in the biggest of rivalry games collapsing. Not this women's lacrosse team. Hannah Nielsen has built a very tough team, and in the biggest of moments, they responded.
I will simply say that that was probably not necessary. But the face-off again, Garrett versus Samantha Budd. 3.5 minutes left in this game. And Michigan's lead back out to their longest lead of the day, 12-7 against the Scarlet Knights. And Samantha Budd will run into the zone on the right wing and flipping it back to Nizlonsky. Nizlonsky, the centering pass to Pastore. The edge of the zone, now back to Hartshorn at the right point. Hartshorn. Now Nizlonsky to Rogers. Rogers in the center, out to Hartshorn on the right. Hartshorn centering pass, Rogers. Now Samantha Budd moving centrally. Little flick with Hartshorn. Hartshorn looking to attack. And Hartshorn forced back by Richardson. Hartshorn the pass to Budd. Budd looking for a fourth goal. And Ferreira behind gets it back out to Nizlonsky. Under the 3-minute mark here in the game. And Samantha Budd looking for space. Ultimately forced to play it back out to Rogers. Now Hartshorn. Hartshorn cuts to her left. Hartshorn plays a long pass in and almost a turnover, and still could be. No, Nizlonsky will recover. And it will be Cameron Rogers. Puts it back to the left point, Samantha Budd. Samantha Budd will run to her right. Samantha Budd still in the hunt for a fourth goal. Hartshorn to Ferreira behind the net. Now it's Pastore. Nizlonsky in the middle. Nizlonsky out to Rogers on the right. Rogers will cut inside. Now cuts back to her right. And a foul called. And Rutgers will have a free position chance. I believe that was on number 19, Quinn Maladona.
1 of 6 for the game. Michigan 1 of 7. Neither team has capitalized on these well today.
And Cameron Rogers will just try and play a pass. And the shot clock runs out. Really a mental mistake there by Rutgers. 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and they have a free position chance, and they opt to play a pass instead of a shot. I guess when you're 1 for 6 on the day, you have to try something new. But now Garrett will run through the middle zone untouched. Now moves into the offensive zone. Under 2 minutes here in Ann Arbor. And now some of the deeper players being sent in for Hannah Nielsen. Lily Grass behind the net and throwing it out to Ariana Vespa. Now to Pendino. Now to Megan Schultz. And now Schulte attacking the net. Now gets it off to Caitlin Meir. Behind the net, Caitlin Meir, good move. And Meir maybe playing the wraparound shot and intercepted by Halsall. That pass trying to get Vespa in front of the open net, as Maddie Klee, rather. And now DeLulo moves into the middle zone. 1 minute left in the game here at the Lacrosse Stadium. And now Scarpello will run and pass into the offensive zone. Regina Sharp. Sharp out to Budd. Shot clock effectively off here, as Cameron Rogers in the center. Rogers will look to attack. Rogers cuts out to her left. Now moves inside. Rogers, the shot, scores.
Consolation goal for Cameron Rogers. Michigan defense fell asleep there just a little bit. As you said, the shot clock was off. 40 seconds left when she started that run, but this Rutgers team, despite being 5-8, they're going to fall to 5-9 and 0-4 in the Big Ten. They fought today, and they've got a very good defense. That's a tough team. I think they're better than their record shows. They've lost a few close games now, and it's a tough conference.
And now Aaron Daly will step back in the face-off circle for what will likely be the final face-off of the game. If Michigan were to win this face-off, they will have the ability to play keep away and just close out the game with a 4-goal victory, 12-8, 33.5 seconds left. And whistle blows, and the face-off is won by Michigan. And it will be Caitlin Mead running into the offensive zone, and Mead out to Klee. Klee will move behind the net now. Klee running in. Klee, almost a shot by Vespa, but lost control of the ball. Now 10 seconds left, and DeLulo will lose the ball. Aaron Daly with possession. Daly, 3 seconds left, and Pendino looks at the clock and just holds position, as that will end the game here at Senior Day, with Michigan moving to 14-1 on the season, beating the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, who are now 5-9 by a score of 12-8.
Michigan early on in the game was in control. They had a 6-2 lead, up 8-3. They got up 9-4 at the very beginning of the second half. The offense went dead cold from about the 28-minute mark when they scored until the 7.5-minute mark, and Rutgers cut the lead to 9-7 by that point. But a great response in the last 7 minutes of the game from the Wolverines. 3 big goals.
And that will conclude today's WCBN sports coverage of Michigan women's lacrosse. My name is Nick Hornburg. Alongside me, Evan Oesterle and Jack Molino joined us in the first half. And once again, have a great day, everybody. Go Blue as always. And the final score here on Senior Day, Michigan 12, Rutgers 8.